Hello and welcome to the tutorial for Waving Through a Window from Dear Evan Hansen. This was a request from Liv Belle and the video is out now, and I wanted to give some pointers as to how to approach the song. As always, I'd like to invite you to consider to subscribe and as well to support the work on Patreon at patreon.com/CJRPhD. The ukulele I'm going to be using today is my Bonanza Amoeba tenor. It has an aspen soundboard, black walnut body, and it's made by Bonanza Ukuleles. They custom make them in northern Minnesota. So that's my Bonanza tenor ukulele. So let's take a look at the chords you're going to need on this song. The first chord is a very standard chord. It's your C chord. So your third finger will go on the first string, third fret. The next chord is a chord often used by music teachers when teaching really small kids. In place of the F chord, it's the F add 9. So what you're going to do is put your first finger on the first fret, second string. The next chord is the G sus4, which I'm going to encourage you to play in a different way perhaps than usual. You're going to take your first finger and put it on the third string, second fret, and then you're going to take your third finger and cover strings 1 and 2 on the third fret. Here we go. And the reason for that is that most of the time when this chord is used, you're going to play the C chord following, which means all you have to do is move your finger down to cover only the first string, third fret. The next chord used is the A minor chord. Second finger reaches all the way across to the fourth string, second fret. The next chord that's used is the D minor chord. You put your first finger on the second string, first fret, second finger on the fourth string, second fret, third finger on the third string, second fret. The next chord used is the G chord. You're going to put your first finger on the third string, second fret, second finger on the first string, second fret, and the third finger on the second string, third fret. The next chord you're going to make is the F chord. You're going to put your first finger on the second string, first fret, and then reach over and play the fourth string, second fret with your second finger. And the final chord you're going to use is the E7 chord. You're going to put the first finger on the fourth string, first fret, second finger on the third string, second fret, third finger on the first string, second fret. Those are all the chords that you're going to need in the song. I have provided strumming suggestions throughout the song. Feel free to take those or leave those, but I'm going to talk about a few of those right now. The entire beginning of the song is done with single strums, and basically it's that combination of C to F9, F add 9, and then sliding down to the G sus4. And if you play the G sus4 the way that I showed in the beginning of the video, it makes it much easier, and then you're ready to go back to C again. F add 9, you slide the first finger down, add the other finger, and then you're good to go. The only little catch in that progression is when you have to add the A minor before the G sus4. And I'll show you one other little trick that you can do there. You play the C chord, the F add 9 with the first finger, then play the A minor with the first finger instead. Now, can you play it second? Sure, but what you'll have to do is slide down one string and then add the third finger again to get that G sus4 quickly. When you get to the first on the outside pre-chorus / chorus part of the song, I talk about a triplet strum. And what I'm asking you to do there is to play with the major hits, but the easiest way to do that is with the triplet strum. So I'll just take the A minor chord, for example. And what you do is you go down, come up with your thumb, and then up with your finger. And that makes it really easy to be in that bum 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 pattern. Now, could you do that other ways? Absolutely. You could go down, 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 down. That works too. But there's something that's really smooth about that triplet strum, and then you're also learning that for future songs. Works really nice. The last thing I want to talk about is the finger picking section. And again, that's just a suggestion. You don't have to finger pick it, and you can finger pick anything you want in there as long as you're making the right chords. But this is the 4-chord progression that the Axis of Awesome group made that 4-chord song out of. These are that same 4-chord progression. So it's a pretty standard progression. It's used in a lot of music, C, F, G, and A minor. But how you want to pluck it depends on what you want to do. But I'm just going to show you what I do. And this again goes back to the work of Mike Lynch. I always want to give credit to where credit is due. I find that I generally support myself with my pinky when I'm playing, when I'm finger picking. And this is a great instrument for it because of this cutout. I can actually rest my pinky on the side of the ukulele, which is pretty nice. But here's what I do, and I have to raise up the ukulele here a little bit to do it. But what I do is I'm going to pluck strings 4, 2, and 1 all at the same time. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pluck strings 3 and 2. And then I'm going to jump to the next chord in the progression, which would be F. I'm going to pluck strings 4, 1, and 2 again. Then I'm going to pluck with my thumb string 3, first finger string 2, second finger string 1. I'm going to pluck all those 3 again, 4, 2, and 1. Pluck strings 3 and 2, and then to the A minor chord where I'll pluck strings 4, 2, and 1, and then pluck strings 3, 2, 1. And this is what it's going to sound like. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course, you can pluck anything you want in there, but that's just something that sounds really nice along with that part of the song. I think that's all I need to say about the song. The really tricky part is really having a quick solution for that G sus4, and also knowing how you want to handle the little finger picking section in the middle. There are a couple other spots where you can throw in some finger picking. I didn't want to deal with it too much with the video because it's really tricky to get in depth with instructions as the video's on the fly. So as you practice it, if you hear something else you want to throw in there, please feel free to do so. So again, thanks for watching the video. Again, if you haven't, please subscribe. And if you haven't, please consider joining the work at Patreon, patreon.com/CJRPhD. Thanks for watching, and remember, ukulele, it's all about you.